airwaves of Umuahia to the vibrant culture of Port Harcourt and beyond. More than broadcasters, we're creators, amplifying that voice within with powerful content across TV, radio, and digital. Join us at rbnradiotv.com and all our social media handles. One network, one voice. Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN, the sound of your city, rooted in truth, driven by impact.
Magic has hit your imagination of TV. A brand new sundial with StarTime's inbuilt technology. New TV innovation with an inbuilt decoder that connects you to both StarTime's antenna and satellite signal. StarTime Sundial TV, you can enjoy over 300 local and international channels, 1 month StarTime's highest bouquet for free, automatic system update. More benefits, more affordable. StarTimes Sundial TV is available in all StarTimes branches and dealers countrywide. StarTimes Inside, entertainment inbuilt.
My name is
Ima Ehumadu, aka Lapista.
My name is DK, aka Mama Chinedu.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
You are watching Rapid TV.
Shout out to Rapid TV.
Hey, Rapid TV, Carigo.
The biggest, the finest, the only Rapid TV.
Rapid TV.
Yes, keep watching.
Don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
This is me giving a rapid response to Rapid TV.
My name is
Ima Ehumadu, aka Lapista.
My name is DK, aka Mama Chinedu.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
You are watching Rapid TV.
Shout out to Rapid TV.
Hey, Rapid TV, Carigo.
The biggest, the finest, the only Rapid TV.
Rapid TV.
Yes, keep watching.
Don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
This is me giving a rapid response to Rapid TV.
Are you missing out on interviews, music, entertainment, thought-provoking discussions, and more? Don't sweat it, man. We've got you covered. No matter where you are, be part of the action 24/7, online and live.
Caesar Radio.
On Facebook, it's Rapid FM Umuahia. On Instagram, it's official Rapid FM. And on X, it is Rapid FM 965. Tune in to Rapid 96.5 FM or listen to us live on our website at www.rapidfm965.com or radiogarden.com. Better yet, get our mobile app from the Google Play Store. Catch the pulse of the Southeast on Rapid 96.5 FM, the sound of your city.
Hey, Oyanam, all Caesar Radio.
This is Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN. We connect people, power stories, and amplify voices. On Rapid TV, we're rooted in culture and your window to the stories that matter. From news to lifestyle, we inform, entertain, and uplift. Join Rapid TV on StarTimes Channel 176, Nightcomsat. On Rapid FM, we speak your language from the soulful airwaves of Umuahia to the vibrant culture of Port Harcourt and beyond. More than broadcasters, we're creators, amplifying that voice within with powerful content across TV, radio, and digital. Join us at rbnradiotv.com and all our social media handles. One network, one voice. Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN, the sound of your city, rooted in truth, driven by impact.
Magic has hit your imagination of TV. A brand new sundial with StarTime's inbuilt technology. New TV innovation with an inbuilt decoder that connects you to both StarTime's antenna and satellite signal. StarTime Sundial TV, you can enjoy over 300 local and international channels, 1 month StarTime's highest bouquet for free, automatic system update. More benefits, more affordable. StarTimes Sundial TV is available in all StarTimes branches and dealers countrywide. StarTimes Inside, entertainment inbuilt.
This is Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN. We connect people, power stories, and amplify voices. On Rapid TV, we're rooted in culture and your window to the stories that matter. From news to lifestyle, we inform, entertain, and uplift. Join Rapid TV on StarTimes Channel 176, Nightcom Sat. On Rapid FM, we speak your language from the soulful airwaves of Umuahia to the vibrant culture of Port Harcourt and beyond. More than broadcasters, we're creators, amplifying that voice within with powerful content across TV, radio, and digital. Join us at rbnradiotv.com and all our social media handles. One network, one voice. Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN, the sound of your city. Rooted in truth, driven by impact. This is Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN. We connect people, power stories, and amplify voices. On Rapid TV, we're rooted in culture and your window to the stories that matter. From news to lifestyle, we inform, entertain, and uplift. Join Rapid TV on StarTimes Channel 176, Nightcom Sat. On Rapid FM, we speak your language from the soulful airwaves of Umuahia to the vibrant culture of Port Harcourt and beyond. More than broadcasters, we're creators, amplifying that voice within with powerful content across TV, radio, and digital. Join us at rbnradiotv.com and all our social media handles. One network, one voice. Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN, the sound of your city. Rooted in truth, driven by impact.
My name is also.
My name is Ima Ehumadu, aka Labista.
My name is DK, aka Mama Chinedu.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
You are watching Rapid TV.
Shout out to Rapid TV.
Hey, Rapid TV, Carigo.
The biggest, the finest, the only Rapid TV.
Rapid TV.
Yes, keep watching.
Don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
This is me giving a rapid response to Rapid TV. Uh-huh.
Amala, Begiri, and Ewedu that I popularly called Abula. It's overhyped. Honestly, it's overhyped.
Okay.
It's over. There's no big deal about that thing, but the way people carry it on their head, I don't understand.
Rice or Gary? Rice or Gary? Yeah.
Sebo. Yeah.
Egusi soup.
I think it's agidi or palm oil rice. Yeah. It's overhyped. Yeah.
Let's say Amana, because I'm not a fan of that. I dislike it. There's nothing good about Amana. I don't just like it.
I think seafood okra, yeah. It's overhyped, yeah.
Anything that has seafood inside. Overhyped and overpriced.
Amala. That Amala, I don't know what it is. I was I want Amala. Like when I went to school in Oyo, everybody was supposed to go to town to go and eat Begiri Amala. What is in that black food? And guess what? The food digests so quickly. And in the next 1 hour, you're hungry. It's overhyped for me, man. Amala is overhyped. You see guys clean themselves for Amala and Jakika. I saw those Sabo Yabo area. You just Amala and Jakika everywhere. It's overhyped for me, man.
My name is also.
My name is Ima Ehumadu, aka Labista.
My name is TK, aka Mama Chinedu.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
You are watching Rapid TV.
Shout out to Rapid TV.
Hey, Rapid TV, Carigo.
The biggest, the finest, the only Rapid TV.
Rapid TV.
Yes, keep watching.
Don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
This is me giving a rapid response to Rapid TV.
This is Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN. We connect people, power stories, and amplify voices. On Rapid TV, we're rooted in culture and your window to the stories that matter. From news to lifestyle, we inform, entertain, and uplift. Join Rapid TV on Star Times Channel 176, Nigecomsat. On Rapid FM, we speak your language from the soulful airwaves of Umuahia to the vibrant culture of Port Harcourt and beyond. More than broadcasters, we're creators, amplifying that voice within with powerful content across TV, radio, and digital. Join us at rbnradiotv.com and all our social media handles. One network, one voice. Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN. The sound of your city, rooted in truth, driven by impact.
My name is also.
My name is Ima Ehumadu, aka Labista.
My name is TK, aka Mama Chinedu.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
You are watching Rapid TV.
Shout out to Rapid TV.
Hey, Rapid TV, Carigo.
The biggest, the finest, the only Rapid TV.
Rapid TV.
Yes, keep watching.
Don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
This is me giving a rapid response to Rapid TV.
Time is power. Our lives are powered by the sun. As the sun rises, so do we. As we trust it to rise and set without any worries interrupting your morning with our hybrid all-in-one inverter, powering our prosperity and happiness. But also nurture what is dear to us, powering trust and support, empowering us to do things that really matters. Star Times Solar, power your life.
Are you missing out on interviews, music, entertainment, thought-provoking discussions, and more? Don't sweat it, man. We've got you covered. No matter where you are, be part of the action 24/7, online and live.
On Facebook, it's Rapid FM Umuahia. On Instagram, it's official Rapid FM. And on X, it is Rapid FM 965. Tune in to Rapid 96.5 FM or listen to us live on our website at www.rapidfm965.com or radiogarden.com.
Better yet, get our mobile app from the Google Play Store.
Catch the pulse of the Southeast on Rapid 96.5 FM, the sound of your city.
Hey, Oyanam, all Siso Radio.
My name is also.
My name is Ima Ehumadu, aka Labista.
My name is TK, aka Mama Chinedu.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
You are watching Rapid TV.
Shout out to Rapid TV.
Hey, Rapid TV, Carigo.
The biggest, the finest, the only Rapid TV.
Rapid TV.
Yes, keep watching.
Don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
This is me giving a rapid response to Rapid TV.
Are you missing out on interviews, music, entertainment, thought-provoking discussions, and more? Don't sweat it, man. We've got you covered. No matter where you are, be part of the action 24/7, online and live. Cesar Radio.
On Facebook, it's Rapid FM.
My name is Faith Dafa Joseph. Name is Martha Alu.
My name is Victor Arke.
My name is Divine Alex.
My name is Esther Omen.
My name is Arthur James Bruce. My name is Godwin Sunday.
I am Ijoma Victor.
My name is Cynthia Agbo.
Josephine Bitru.
I bet you already know that this is
Rapid Television.
Meet the men and women shaping the future of Nigeria. Get to know your representatives at the National Assembly. From lawmaking to constituency projects, we'll take you behind the scenes and inside the chambers of the Nigerian National Assembly. Learn about the bills they are championing, the challenges they are facing, and the impacts they are making in their constituencies. We'll also bring you closer to the people they are serving and the stories that shape their work. Join us on NAS Watch every Friday on Rapid Television at 7 p.m. So get informed, get engaged, and get to know the leaders shaping Nigeria's future.
Correro, your front row seat to the most pressing issues, from the corridors of power to the heart of our communities. We bring you unfiltered insight, fearless journalism, and the conversations that matter. And I invite you to this big conversation table as we analyze the top stories, ask the tough questions, and hold power to account. News that informs, analysis that empowers, debate that drives change. Correro, the big conversation, every weekday at 7 p.m. only on Rapid TV.
My name is also.
My name is Ima Ehumadu, aka Labista.
My name is TK, aka Mama Chinedu.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
You are watching Rapid TV.
Shout out to Rapid TV.
Hey, Rapid TV, Carigo.
The biggest, the finest, the only Rapid TV.
Rapid TV.
Yes, keep watching.
Don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
This is me giving a rapid response to Rapid TV.
Google Play Store. Catch the pulse of the Southeast on Rapid 96.5 FM, the sound of your city.
Hey, Oyanam, Osiso Radio.
Magic has hit your imagination of TV. A brand new sundial with StarTime's inbuilt technology. New TV innovation with an inbuilt decoder that connects you to both StarTime's antenna and satellite signal. StarTime Sundial TV, you can enjoy over 300 local and international channels, 1 month StarTime's highest bouquet for free, automatic system update. More benefits, more affordable. StarTimes Sundial TV is available in all StarTimes branches and dealers countrywide. StarTimes Inside Entertainment.
My name is also.
My name is Ima Ehumadu, aka Labista.
My name is DK, aka Mama Chinedu.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
You are watching Rapid TV.
Shout out to Rapid TV.
Hey, Rapid TV, Carigo.
The biggest, the finest, the only Rapid TV.
Rapid TV.
Yes, keep watching.
Don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
This is me giving a rapid response to Rapid TV.
This is Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN. We connect people, power stories, and amplify voices. On Rapid TV, we're rooted in culture and your window to the stories that matter. From news to lifestyle, we inform, entertain, and uplift. Join Rapid TV on StarTimes Channel 176, Nigecomsat. On Rapid FM, we speak your language from the soulful airwaves of Umuahia to the vibrant culture of Port Harcourt and beyond. More than broadcasters, we're creators, amplifying that voice within with powerful content across TV, radio, and digital. Join us at rbnradiotv.com and all our social media handles. One network, one voice. Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN. The sound of your city, rooted in truth, driven by impact.
My name is also.
My name is Ima Ehumadu, aka Labista.
My name is DK, aka Mama Chinedu.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
You are watching Rapid TV.
Shout out to Rapid TV.
Hey, Rapid TV, Carigo.
The biggest, the finest, the only Rapid TV.
Rapid TV.
Yes, keep watching.
Don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
This is me giving a rapid response to Rapid TV.
Time is power. Our lives are powered by the sun. As the sun rises, so do we. As we trust it to rise and set without any worries interrupting your morning with our hybrid all-in-one inverter, powering our prosperity and happiness. But also nurture what is dear to us, powering trust and support, empowering us to do things that really matter.
My name is also.
My name is Ima Ehumadu, aka Labista.
My name is DK, aka Mama Chinedu.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
You are watching Rapid TV.
Shout out to Rapid TV.
Hey, Rapid TV, Carigo.
The biggest, the finest, the only Rapid TV.
Rapid TV.
Yes, keep watching.
Don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
This is me giving a rapid response to Rapid TV.
My name is also.
My name is Ima Ehumadu, aka La Vista.
My name is DK, aka Mama Chinedu.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
You are watching Rapid TV.
Shout out to Rapid TV.
Hey, Rapid TV, Carigo.
The biggest, the finest, the only Rapid TV.
Rapid TV.
Yes, keep watching.
Don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
This is me giving a rapid response to Rapid TV.
This is Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN. We connect people, power stories, and we're rooted in culture and your window to the stories that matter. From news to lifestyle, we inform, entertain, and uplift. Join Rapid TV on StarTimes Channel 176, Nightcom Sat. On Rapid FM, we speak your language from the soulful airwaves of Umuahia to the vibrant culture of Port Harcourt and beyond. More than broadcasters, we're creators, amplifying that voice within with powerful content across TV, radio, and digital. Join us at rbnradiotv.com and all our social media handles.
Discussions and more? Don't sweat it, man. We've got you covered. No matter where you are, be part of the action 24/7, online and live.
On Facebook, it's Rapid FM Umuahia. On Instagram, it's official Rapid FM. And on X, it is Rapid FM 965. Tune in to Rapid 96.5 FM or listen to us live on our website at www.rapidfm965.com or radiogarden.com. Better yet, get our mobile app from the Google Play Store. Catch the pulse of the Southeast on Rapid 96.5 FM, the sound of your city.
Hey, Oyanam, All Radio.
Magic has hit your imagination of TV. A brand new sundial with StarTimes inbuilt technology. New TV innovation with an inbuilt decoder that connects you to both StarTimes antenna and satellite signal. StarTimes Sundial TV, you can enjoy over 300 local and international channels, 1 month StarTimes highest bouquet for free.
Breed all-in-one inverter, powering our prosperity and happiness.
Sustainable future, making the shell. Start time solar.
But also nurture what is dear to us, powering trust and support. Empowering us.
And of course, the marketplace. Get the answers you need every week on Business Lens as I bring into focus the stories, strategies, and shifts shaping our economy. No angle is missed as I talk about the business, the people, patterns, and possibilities behind them. Welcome to the Business Lens.
Rapid TV, rooted in truth, driven by impact.
My name is Faith Dafford Joseph.
Name is Martha Alu.
My name is Victor Arke.
My name is Divine Alex.
My name is Esther Omen.
My name is Arthur James Brooks. My name is Godwin Sunday.
I am Ijoma Victor.
My name is Cynthia Agbo.
Josephine Bitru.
I bet you already know that this is
Rapid Television.
Are you missing out on interviews, music, entertainment, thought-provoking discussions, and more? Don't sweat it, man. We've got you covered. No matter where you are, be part of the action 24/7, online and live.
On Facebook, it's Rapid FM Umuahia. On Instagram, it's official Rapid FM. And on X, it is Rapid FM 965. Tune in to Rapid 96.5 FM or listen to us live on our website at www.rapidfm965.com or radiogarden.com. Better yet, get our mobile app from the Google Play Store. Catch the pulse of the Southeast on Rapid 96.5 FM, the sound of your city.
Hey, Oyanam, All Radio.
He's been on stage with the very best in the comedy industry like Ali Babar, Basket Mouth, Okay Bakassi, AY, and now Abuja. Get ready to witness the stand-up comedy show of the year as Koboko Master presents In the Beginning.
Now you do some stuff. Well done.
Nigeria's economy, the global market. What does it all mean for you? From stock market insights to global financial news you need to know. From Wall Street to the main street and of course the marketplace. Get the answers you need every week on Businessless as I bring into focus the stories, strategies and shifts shaping our economy. No angle is missed as I talk about the business, the people.
No matter where you are, be part of the action 24/7, online and live.
On Facebook, it's Rapid FM Umuahia. On Instagram, it's official Rapid FM. And on X, it is Rapid FM 965. Tune in to Rapid 96.5 FM or listen to us live on our website at www.rapidfm965.com or radiogarden.com. Better yet, get our mobile app from the Google Play Store. Catch the pulse of the Southeast on Rapid 96.5 FM, the sound of your city.
Hey, Oyanam, All Radio.
My name is also
dive into the conversation. Report indicates that Nigeria is losing nearly 50% of its food production. Yeah. Now, you are more into the agricultural sector. So, from an agroeconomic perspective, help us understand how serious is this development for the country's food security?
Okay, this is a very serious case because already over 36 million Nigerians go to bed without food. I'm talking about severe hunger. So in a country where we are battling with food insecurity, it calls for an alarm that this is something that should be of interest, not just to the government, but to everyone living in the country, and not just to the food players, but like I've said, everyone, to draw attention to this significant issue that we are battling with. So it's a very big problem. I mean, over 36 million Nigerians.
All right, so
hunger.
So this is not a political witch hunting.
No, this is not.
It's not a political statement. No. Are we actually losing food in the country?
Exactly. One of the reasons we are having this data now more significant is the use of technology. Before now, we've been battling with food loss, especially post-harvest loss. But with technology that can enable us gather data better than before, so it's becoming obvious. So it's not a political statement, and it has nothing to do with political witch hunting of any administration.
All right, so what is the major causes of all of these massive food losses across Nigerian agricultural value chain?
Okay, so you're going to look at it from different factors that plays in this particular ecosystem, starting from food storage. Our storage facilities are quite poor. We also look at poor logistic and transportation system. I can tell you that I was in Cross River 2 weeks ago, from Ukom to Boki local government, it ought to be like 1 hour, 30 minutes drive, perhaps, but we spend over 5 hours on the road because the road is quite bad. So I want you to understand that I'm trying to use that place as one of my examples to protest my point, that half of the food produced in that community is lost, does not get to the market. Then again, we'll talk about lack of processing infrastructure, either cottage industries or the bigger firms for manufacturing. Then we'll also look at access to market. So there's one, logistic as a problem. Another thing again where some other farmers are battling with is access to market. Then again, we also have to look at systems that that govern how funding are being distributed. When you talk about loaning system, either from Bank of Agriculture, Bank of Industry, commercial banks, microfinance bank. Again, I want to even talk about microfinance bank. It seems that microfinance banks are also now losing their access from providing micro lending, microfinancing to this population, and now they're trying to compete with commercial banks. Let me leave that since it's not the conversation for today. But you look at the financial facilities and the systems upon which these farmers can get access to financing, it's quite also very poor. A lot of them are unreached, they're underbanked and unbanked. So that is another factor. It's a very big factor again that plays in this particular ecosystem. Then you now talk about manpower. So why other nations are using machineries to accelerate, to move agriculture to another state? We are still depending largely on manpower. And gradually, as our urbanization and technology unfolds gradually, a lot of young people within this rural environment are not ready to reside there again. So we have rural-urban migration that also reduces the workforce in this environment. It's a very big factor that is at play here.
Well, so at this point, should Nigerians be afraid, or does this even have any impact on the prices of foodstuff in the market? Will this further the implication? Will it also affect the Nigerian GDP and agricultural productivity?
Yes. Okay. Should we be afraid? Yes. Even matter of fact, as at 2025, 2026, most farmers now are the primary producers. Are even afraid to also produce, because if you look at 2023, 2024, the price of food was quite favorable to farmers, and a lot of farmers and even middlemen, the middle players, also invested a whole lot in agriculture. But as at 2025, after the presidential declaration of the border has been open, we have more importation. And then this also tried to, the federal government in their own aspect was trying to solve the issue of food price hike, right? And we have importation. And now, not considering that some of these farmers or some of these importers, they had subsidy that made them had cheaper production than what we have here. So as of 2025, 2026, what we're experiencing right now is farmers even losing in terms of their investment, and the return of investment is not even just opposite, it's not favorable. So that alone, that again is another factor to look into in all of this conversation. So should Nigeria be afraid? Yes. Is there a solution? There's a solution. But not just to depend heavily on importation, but we can also look at some few things, especially when we look at the systems upon which funding and other infrastructures can be implemented.
All right, so are Nigeria's existing post-harvest management policies adequate, or do they need urgent reforms, farmers and private sector?
We need a whole lot of reforms
to overhaul the system.
Yes, and this will have to go beyond what I would say paperwork, policies. Our policies are fine. Our policies are good. We have experienced it during the Buhari Osibanjo-led administration, where storage facilities, and I mentioned that one of the challenges we should look into is our storage facilities. And then the storage facility has its whole role to play, because after harvest, we have surplus And sometimes we need proper storage, and that is where the farmers are afraid, where they start selling in cheaper price at the farm gate. We call it at the farm gate. You're trying to just sell it out so you don't lose. Now, during the Buhari Osinbajo-led administration, we had our storage facilities that were meant to be, they were into concession to private sectors. Now, it was done, fine paperwork done. Some of these private sectors already started putting funds to take ownership of the storage systems. However, it came to execution, then there was a challenge. So I think beyond reforms now, beyond paper reforms, we should look into execution. And that is where we often get it wrong as a nation. The execution of these reforms. When you go to Ministry of Agriculture, for example, you go to the presidency, go and check what is happening. You see that paper-wise, these policies and reforms are perfect. You take it to any nation, I tell you, the nation, if they execute it, you are going to see a whole lot of progress. Matter of fact, the Anchor Brass program that has assumingly failed here in Nigeria was executed in Rwanda, and it changed the narrative in that country. Because I had in conversations with some of the big players in Rwanda Development Bank, and they make me understand that the Anchor Brass program, this program that I'm seeing right now in the country, part of it was borrowed from the Anchor Brass program. Some of their staff were even sent to Nigeria to come and understudy the system, and they were able to execute it and perfect it to what they have locally right now. So if we go beyond reforms, if we go beyond conversations, if we go beyond paperwork, and we start acting, we'll be able to see good results.
Interesting. Dr. Abu said that you've mentioned the fact that poor road network, the fact that inaccessible, the roads are inaccessible, we have poor storage facilities, and also we have a weak supply chain and all of these, and these are factors that are making us to lose some of our food across the agricultural value chain. But then again, prior to this time, we've had all of these things, bad road, poor storage facilities, and a weak supply chain prior to this time. But then, how did we now metamorphose to get to this point where we are hitting 50% food losses? Is this not a deliberate attempt by Nigerian farmers to frustrate President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration?
All right, so I'll not see it from the political. I don't want to see it from the political angle dimension.
No, because we've had all of this play out, and we've seen it has been there
before now.
You've said you travel from Ikom to Boki. Of course, the poor road and the bad road has been there. Traveling from perhaps from Biliri to Katingo and other parts of the north, traveling, it has been there. How come we are having more food losses right now?
All right. So, like I said earlier, we have been having this food crisis, food loss, post-harvest loss, over a long period of time. But technology is now making us to see it better. You know, when technology comes in, it helps you leapfrog, like you accelerate faster. So some of the data we couldn't have access to, now we can have access to them, right? These seemingly unreached areas, we are not doing our best to get to those places. Now, when we get there, we see the data, we see what is happening, and then we come back with reports. And this report is not to political winch on anybody, but rather to see how we can create solution that benefits both the farmer and also the nation. Because no nation want to see their farmers, want to see their primary producers labor in vain. It's not a good thing for us as a nation. And that is why we're also looking at it, aside from talking about the problem, what are possible solutions that we can look into. So this became more obvious with the advent of technology. So we can now have access to real data. I can tell you before now that most of our data are more of presumptions and assumptions. You know, I can assume that this is what is happening. Okay, maybe here, looking at this trend, this factor, this event, so we can be able to juxtapose and come. I
don't think that at this point that most of the farmers are trying to implicate President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration.
So these data are not from the farmers. Matter of fact, the farmers don't even know how much of their food are being wasted or are being lost. They only understand that the price. What can affect farmer is understanding the price of the farm produce. Like, okay, I bought bag of fertilizer for 75,000 naira, for example, and I'm selling my bag of maize for 35,000 naira. So this is where the farmer is more concerned about. All the economics and the political nomenclature we're trying to name it does not actually affect the farmer. So when we interact with farmers and we're trying to tell them, so this is the interest rate, and you're telling them in percentage, for example, they're not saying, if you give us this loan, how much are we paying you back? Not in percentage. So some of them don't even understand the implications. So it's not the farmer. Now we can now maybe want to argue it with middlemen and all of that. So that can now become an argument which I will not want to take a side. But for me, I will take a side of the nation because I want to see the farmers succeed, and I also want to see our government succeed. And then look at the gaps. Where is our farmers getting it wrong? So we mention it out. And where is our government also not getting it all right? And what are those things that they are getting right? And where we can also lay emphasis on. Like I mentioned, some of the policies and reforms we have as a nation have been tried in other nations, and the nations have been able to see good results, better than what we are seeing right now, which has to still do with execution. So when data are being collected, instead of us to politicize it, it's rather for us to sit down and look at where are the gaps. So if this amount of funds have been injected into agriculture, we're talking about 1 trillion naira injected into Bank of Agriculture during the recapitalization of the Bank of Agriculture. So let's just start looking at it. Where should this fund go? How do we deploy this money? How should we disburse these funds? Unlike the Anchor Brass program, we can also take a look at some policies or programs we've done before, schemes that have failed. Where did we get it wrong? Where do we get it correctly? Then lay emphasis on that and be able to do something better.
Interesting. You've mentioned the fact that a country like Rwanda came to Nigeria to understudy the Anchor's Borough program. But in terms of post-harvest losses, when we want to do a comparative analysis across African countries, where can we place Nigeria as it stands right now in terms of the number of food, the post-harvest losses that we have right now?
Nigeria is actually taking the lead somehow. And
so we lose more food in Nigeria.
Now, let me go back to Rwanda, for example. If you look at the transport network, I can tell you from Matimba, that shares border with Uganda, if you take food from Matimba coming to Kigali, for example, you hardly see infrastructure breakdown, road network, for example. You see the clean road. So it boosts access to market. You see, there was a RAP program, Rural Access Agricultural. It has to do with road program from the federal government, and that was to take note of access road. I think it was some few states that are actually implementing it. States like Niger State. So it plays a role. Then number two, we also talk about electricity. When you do horticulture in Rwanda, for example, you're not afraid of power shortage. So from harvest, there are cooling vans that take it from the point of harvest down to RAB, that is Rwanda Agricultural Export Board. It's from your farm to that board where it's being packaged for export. Then from that board straight to the airport, where now it's been shipped out of the country for exportation. You can see the system. Now in Nigeria, some of these things you have to do it by yourself. That you need to create a system that takes your produce from your farm down to the storage facilities where you have exporters want to come and take from you and export. You see, from your farm alone, because there are no cooling vans, for example, from your farm to the storage house, the sun texture has changed the whole thing about your produce. So that alone is a problem. So you can see the recent shortage in power supply. This is a big problem. So this is beyond, it's not just a political, like I said, it's not a political statement, but these are statements of fact. Our storage facility is poor. Our power supply is poor. Road infrastructure, not too good, So these are actual problems. Then again, I mentioned about cottage industries. So cottage industries, in essence, was to help us transform or process this produce from their primary state to maybe primary or secondary processing phase. So it will now reduce a whole level of harvest loss, post-harvest loss.
So let's talk to farmers right now. Of course, you've said the farmers don't understand. Most Nigerian farmers, especially in rural communities, don't understand percentage. You like talking in practical terms. How much is my money? How much will I make?
If I do this, what's my profit?
Do this, what's my profit? So let's talk in that regard right now. We've talked about the fact that we are already having post-harvest loss in the country. But if we want to quantify it in terms of monetary value, how much are we looking at right now that we are losing as a country?
Over 1 trillion naira.
In a month, in a year,
annually.
Or annually?
Yes. And that's not good. For a country that is suffering food crisis, that is bad. Now compare with the budget. What is the budget of agriculture? Now why are we losing 1 trillion over 1 trillion naira? All right. Again, like I said, in 2015 down to 2023, Tinubu, Buhari, Osinbajo's led administration, over $6 billion was meant to be for the consumption of those storage facilities. And again, this was to reduce the post-harvest loss when it comes to even grains. But at the end of the day, it was only one company. I'm talking about companies like Flour Mill of Nigeria, Coscharis, and the rest, who came in to bid for that particular facility. It was only one company that was said to meet up to standard, or that has the capacity to be able to do their job properly. So it's not good. It's not good for us as a nation. Again, when we now come back, I think we need to see that we pay attention to extension services in Nigeria. So the extension services, these are trained agronomists that can help our farmers understand the process, handling, organic farming, handling properly. When it comes to also pesticides and the use of pesticides and insecticides on their farm produce. So when you're trying to do storage, you're not trying to also kill people. So apart from food crisis, what we need to talk about food safety. That is another angle of this food loss we're talking about. Some of them are not even safe for food to eat, to consume. So after production, after storage, then humans can't even eat those food because of the excess use of pesticides and herbicides. So this also, we need to discuss about it, with farmers.
So you've said a lot of things today.
Yes, sir.
So let's even try to look at this conversation right now.
Yeah.
Of course, we've mentioned the Ministry of Agriculture.
Exactly.
They have fantastic blueprints in terms of how to drive the agricultural value chain in Nigeria.
Yeah.
But the average man in the rural community is still trying to understand some of the blueprints. Of course, you've mentioned technology to track down some of these losses, which has helped so far for us to understand what is going on.
Exactly.
But let's move away from all of this. The farmers' input in all of this put together technology and the agricultural sector will bring the farmer in the middle of all of this. The Nigerian farmer, can we say, or should we now say that the Nigerian farmer should be even afraid, knowing full well that his product or his produce doesn't get to the final consumers? Some of his produce, he loses them on the road.
Yeah. So the fear has been there. So it's not a new fear.
And nothing can be done. So what I'm asking that to ask, can't we begin to talk about agricultural sector building up some form of tracking technologies and educating the farmers on how to even utilize some of these technologies in order for us to have, even also mitigate the risk that comes with post-harvest losses?
Yeah, so I will still go back to one of the ways we can mitigate this post-harvest loss has to do with cottage industries. Cottage industries that we are trying to...
But we're not ready for the cottage industry.
Yeah, all right. So basically, one of the things I've seen is that you're not better than what we know. So there's a huge gap in Nigeria, which I'll see it as knowledge gap. And it's now our responsibility to become the players that solve this issue, especially when we compare our country with other countries. Now, let me take a quick glance. Let me just take us quickly to this. In Burundi, Tanzania, for example, Burundi especially, they are quite high in production of pineapple and banana. And I saw one thing very, very amazing there, that they convert banana, plantain to alcohol drinks, pineapple also to alcohol drinks. And now, was it like, are you advocating for alcohol? What I'm trying to say is this: wherever there's consumption, wherever we have consumption, there has to be production, right? Now, in Boki local government, for example, over 50% of the bananas and plantains planted in that place are lost. Don't even get from the farm to the, does not even get from the farm to the house. Talk about from the house to the market. We can convert them. And now we have some Cameroonians who come to spend weekends in Okom local government and Boki local government, for example.
Okom?
Yes, to come and while away time and then go back. And you see a whole lot of, because I was there over the weekend, I could see a whole lot of nightlife over there. So it's very simple. It's to convert this produce to what is consumable, like I said, alcohol. So in Burundi, one of their native alcohol drinks is the banana drink, and they were showing me how they process it. Then we started having conversations with communities there in Boki, for example. When we went to Boki, we started having conversations. Can we set up this? Can we set up this cottage industries? And the conversation was yes. So now what we're trying to do now is we're being able to build partnership with machine manufacturers for us to plant there, but again working with cooperatives, because when it comes to an individual owning these machineries, it's expensive. They don't have collateral to own them, but as cooperatives, they can be able to own them. So what we're also trying to make them understand is what they call shared ownership, and then also reduce a level of risk.
Let's, before we will get to that Boki part of it, of course, we will come back to that conversation if time permits us, because I've been saying that our time is fast spent. But then, looking at the role of government in also addressing all of this concern, what can the government do at this point? Is there light at the end of the tunnel from even the governmental angle?
All right, so for the government angle, it's very simple. When we talk about public-private partnership, it should not just be a conversation on the table with paperwork. There should be more of regulators. Government should play the role of regulating than becoming a player. So because this is what happens. The people of Nigeria don't have enough trust for a government yet. So when government becomes a player, what the people are saying is, let me just take a quick example. The Anchor Brass program. There are persons who do not pay the loan, who don't want to prepay the loan and tell you that this is our own fair share of the national cake. All right. So it makes funding quite difficult because the loans were given to be collected back, then to be recycled. Right. So if government becomes more of regulators, bring in private bodies to become the players and regulate them, to make sure that what is asked to be done is being done, we're going to see more results. That is one from the government angle. Then number two, another part is the government should do the things that are necessary. What are the things that are necessary? Road, power supply. Averagely, I can tell you that if there is power supply in this country and if there's good road in this country, everybody, the Nigerians have the capacity to surprise even the government. But when government wants to start doing the job of the citizens, and that's where the problem is, give us good road, give us power supply. Nigerians are not even talking about the amount of the cost of it. Let it be stable. You will see they will pay. I know how much I pay for my power. I know how much I pay for power. They say band A, and you know how much you are paying, and you're not still seeing the power. Then you're still trying to create another alternative. Sometimes the alternative is really more expensive than the power itself. So when this can be put into place, put in just the infrastructure and see people perform magic.
Well, Dr. Abusin, I have a lot of data with me here that I would have loved us to really dissect in terms of state-to-state analysis of food losses across the country and try to look at geopolitical data that we have here with us. But again, I've been signaled that our time is fast spent. I really wish we have time to do justice to all of this conversation, because I still understand that Nigeria is, in terms of its hectares of land, and we still have about 0.0002
Over 60% of arable land.
Arable land. So we still understand all of those metrics, but then our time is fast spent. So on this note, I want to say thank you so much, Dr. Abusin, for finding that time to be with us. So we'll tag this to be the part 1 of this conversation, because we'll definitely bring you back.
I'll be glad to
help us make sense
I'll be glad.
The states are, because you've mentioned Buki. Of course, people from Buki watching right now, their ears are of course right now itching to find out what solutions you're profiling and what solutions that can also Nigerian government can also
it can be replicated.
So that's what the geopolitical zones will be looking out for in your next appearance. But thank you once again for finding time to be with us.
Thank you.
Well, viewers, that's how we can go tonight on Correro. Do not forget that you can leave your thoughts, you can leave a comment on our various social media handle currently showing on your screen. And you can also download the Rapid TV app from your Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcast. My name is Godwin Sunday. Always remember that peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Do enjoy the rest of your night rest. Bye for now.
Rapid TV, rooted in truth, driven by impact.
Correro, your front row seats to the most pressing issues, from the corridors of power to the heart of our communities. We bring you unfiltered insight, fearless journalism, and the conversations that matter. And I invite you to this big conversation table as we analyze the top stories, ask the tough questions, and hold power to account. News that informs, analysis that empowers, debate that drives change. Correro, the big conversation, every weekday at 7 p.m. only on Rapid TV.
This is Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN. We connect people, power stories, and amplify voices. On Rapid TV, we're rooted in culture and your window to the stories that matter. From news to lifestyle, we inform, entertain, and uplift. Join Rapid TV on StarTimes Channel 176, Nigecomsat. On Rapid FM, we speak your language, from the soulful airwaves of Umuahia to the vibrant culture of Port Harcourt and beyond. More than broadcasters, we're creators, amplifying that voice within with powerful content across TV, radio, and digital. Join us at rbnradiotv.com and all our social media handles. One network, one voice. Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN, the sound of your city. Rooted in truth, driven by impact.
Are you missing out on interviews, music, entertainment, thought-provoking discussions, and more? Don't sweat it, man. We've got you covered. No matter where you are, be part of the action 24/7, online and live.
Caesar Radio.
On Facebook, it's Rapid FM Umuahia. On Instagram, it's official Rapid FM. And on X, it is Rapid FM 965. Tune in to Rapid 96.5 FM or listen to us live on our website at www.rapidfm965.com or radiogarden.com. Better yet, get our mobile app from the Google Play Store. Catch the pulse of the Southeast on Rapid 96.5 FM, the sound of your city.
Hey, Oyanam, all Caesar Radio.
Magic has hit your imagination of TV. A brand new sundial with StarTime's inbuilt technology. New TV innovation with an inbuilt decoder that connects you to both StarTime's antenna and satellite signal. StarTime Sundial TV, you can enjoy over 300 local and international channels, 1 month StarTime's highest bouquet for free, automatic system update. More benefits, more affordable. StarTimes Sundial TV is available in all StarTimes branches and dealers countrywide. StarTimes Inside, entertainment inbuilt.
Nigeria's economy, the global market, what does it all mean for you? From stock market insights to global financial news you need to know. From Wall Street to the main street and of course the marketplace. Get the answers you need every week on Businessless as I bring into focus the stories, strategies, and shifts shaping our economy. No angle is missed as I talk about the business, the people, patterns, and possibilities behind them. Welcome to the Business Lens.
Rapid TV, rooted in truth, driven by impact.
My name is Faith Dafford Joseph. Name is Martha Alu.
My name is Victor Arke.
My name is Divine Alex.
My name is Esther Omen.
My name is Arthur James Bruce.
My name is Godwin Sunday.
I am Ijoma Victor.
My name is Cynthia Agbo.
Josephine Bichu.
I bet you already know that this is
Rapid Television.
Correro, your front row seat to the most pressing issues, from the corridors of power to the heart of our communities. We bring you unfiltered insight, fearless journalism, and the conversations that matter. And I invite you to this big conversation table as we analyze the top stories, ask the tough questions, and hold power to account. News that informs, analysis that empowers, debate that drives change. Correro, the big conversation, every weekday at 7 p.m. only on Rapid TV.
This is Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN. We connect people, power stories, and amplify voices. On Rapid TV, we're rooted in culture and your window to the stories that matter. From news to lifestyle, we inform, entertain, and uplift. Join Rapid TV on StarTimes Channel 176, Nightcomsat. On Rapid FM, we speak your language, from the soulful airwaves of Umuahia to the vibrant culture of Port Harcourt and beyond. More than broadcasters, we're creators, amplifying that voice within with powerful content across TV, radio, and digital. Join us at rbnradiotv.com and all our social media handles. One network, one voice. Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN. The sound of your city. Rooted in truth. Driven by impact.
Hello and welcome to Rapid TV News. I am Nathan Williams. In the headlines, Tinubu swears in Oyedele as Minister of State for Finance. Several passengers injured in fresh Abuja Kaduna train accident. Nigeria ranks top in global stable coin ownership. On the foreign scene, Iranian drone strike hits UAE oil airport area. Plus in sport, AFCON 2025 breaks records with 61% global viewership surge. Details of this and more will come to you in the bulletin. Good evening and thanks for staying with us on Rapid TV News. The United Kingdom has unveiled the official program for the state visit of President Bola Tinubu, scheduled for March 17 to 19 at Windsor Castle. The visit will feature ceremonial events, bilateral meetings and engagements with the Nigerian diaspora. Preparations begin with security sweeps, road closures and rehearsals ahead of the president's arrival on March 18, when he will be received by Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, followed by a ceremonial welcome and carriage procession. Tinubu will later meet with Keir Starmer for high-level talks, focusing on trade, security and migration. Other activities include a state banquet, cultural exchange, and the signing of agreements. The visit, the first of its kind in 57 years, signals renewed diplomatic ties. President Bola Tinubu has sworn in tax policy expert Taiwo Oyedele as Minister of State for Finance at the Presidential Villa in Abuja, officially bringing him into the Federal Executive Council. The President described the appointment as critical to Nigeria's ongoing fiscal reforms. Our correspondent Linda Ike reports.
The president, speaking at the swearing-in ceremony, praised Taiwo Oyedele for his dedication and leadership in Nigeria's tax reforms, describing the role as challenging but critical for the nation's economic growth.
This is a very, very good day. And Taiwo, I thank you for accepting to serve your country, your motherland. You written the entire tax policy of this country, that it was obsolete, archaic, and fundamentally against every progressive thinker. You are just a very dedicated and highly determined individual. It didn't take much for me to decide where you fit and where you need to be to further help the country. It is a very challenging job to look at the fiscal policy and responsibility that comes with it at the time that economic stability is being experienced, but without exponential growth. It is always very difficult, but you feed the beast.
Addressing State House correspondents after the oath-taking ceremony, Oyedele pledged his commitment to serve the country.
to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. To the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that as a minister, I will discharge my duties to the best of my ability, faithfully, and in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
The ceremony also featured the governor of Ondo State, Oyedele's home state, who expressed pride in the achievement of one of his own. With this appointment, the administration hopes to strengthen fiscal reforms, improve revenue management, and advance Nigeria's economic governance. From Abuja, Linda Ike, Rapid TV.
The federal government has officially inaugurated the Media and Publicity Subcommittee for the 2026 National Convention of the All Progressive Congress, APC. The inauguration held at the Ministers' Conference Room in Abuja brings together seasoned professionals from the media, communications and political spheres to manage the party's information flow ahead of its much-anticipated national gathering. Members of the committee have been tasked with ensuring accurate communication, promoting transparency and effectively coordinated media coverage of all convention activities, including the electoral processes leading up to and during the event. The convention, scheduled to hold from March 25 to 28, is expected to set the stage for key party decisions while reinforcing internal democracy and ruling party's vision for nation development.
The success or otherwise of this convention is dependent on how well we organize this committee and how well we ensure that all the programs that we have set up also are ventilated to the Nigerian public effectively and positively. I have successfully declared open the inaugural meeting of the Media and Publicity Subcommittee, and also asked all of you to work diligently towards the overall success of the convention.
With the Media and Publicity Subcommittee now officially inaugurated, the party aims to ensure a smooth, transparent and widely covered event that highlights its commitment to national development. In Anambra State, preparations have been concluded for the swearing-in of Governor Chukwuma Soludo and his deputy, Dr. Onyeka Chukwu Ibezim, for a second term in office. The ceremony is scheduled to hold in Awka, the Anambra State capital, with the newly renovated Alex Ekweme Square serving as the main venue. Major roads have been repainted and decorated, while dignitaries from across the country, including representatives of the presidency, are expected to attend. The governor had earlier marked the end of his first tenure with an interdenominational Thanksgiving service where he expressed gratitude to the people and reaffirmed his commitment to inclusive governance. Meanwhile, security arrangements have been strengthened ahead of the event following a high-level meeting at the State Police Command headquarters. According to police spokesperson SP Tochukwu Ikenga, operational strategies have been fine-tuned to ensure a peaceful ceremony. Commissioner of Police Ikioye Orutugu has also directed officers to maintain vigilance and coordinate effectively with other security agencies. The Ruling All Progressive Grand Alliance, APGA, is mobilizing supporters across all wards as the state prepares for a ceremony expected to draw widespread participation. In other states, judicial activities have been disrupted as members of the Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria, JUSUN, commenced an indefinite strike. The action follows what the union described as the state government's failure to address key issues raised in its earlier ultimatum. In a statement signed by the state chairman, Prince Chinedu Eze, and Secretary Chibueze Nwachukwu, the union said the strike is aimed at protecting workers' welfare and ensuring judicial independence. Consequently, courts across the state, including the High Court complex in Umuahia, have been shut, leaving lawyers and litigants stranded. Security personnel have been deployed to maintain order around the court premises. The union noted that the industrial action has the backing of its national leadership under Marwan Mustafa. Stakeholders are now calling for urgent dialogue to resolve the impasse. The impasse, as prolonged disruption could significantly affect the administrative justice in the state. Meanwhile, the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC has called on the federal government to urgently provide cost-of-living allowances and tax relief for Nigerian workers following the recent surge in petrol prices. The Labour body says the increase, driven by the ongoing conflict in the Middle East, has worsened economic hardship for citizens. In a statement signed by its president, Joe Ajero, the union demanded immediate wage adjustment, expansion of social intervention programs, and the suspension of certain taxes affecting low-income earners. Furthermore, the NLC warned that Nigeria's continued dependence on global oil market fluctuations have exposed vulnerabilities in the country's petroleum sector. The union stressed the need for urgent rehabilitation of local refineries to reduce reliance on import and stabilize fuel prices. It also expressed concern that rising transport and food costs are pushing many families to the brink, urging the government to utilize projected oil windfalls to cushion the impact. The Labour body insists that without swift intervention, the economic strain on workers could have broader consequences for national productivity and stability. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has stepped up monitoring of ongoing infrastructure projects with fresh inspections across key construction sites in the nation's capital, including Kasana. The visit from parts of the effort by the FCT administration to ensure timely implementation of critical projects designed to improve road networks, ease traffic flow, and boost urban development across Abuja. Our correspondent, Godwin Sunday, reports.
The inspection tour took the FCT minister and top officials of the administration to Karasana district, an emerging development corridor where major road and housing infrastructural projects are currently underway. At the site, the minister assessed the level of work done by contractors, particularly on access roads, expected to support ongoing housing development and improve mobility for residents within the district. Speaking during the inspection, the minister expressed satisfaction with the pace of work, noting that the FCT administration remains committed to ensuring that projects are delivered according to approved specifications and timelines.
The quality of job, we can attest to the fact that Gilmore is doing a good job. I'm very impressed with our contractors, I must say. When somebody has done something well and giving you what you want, obviously we'll be very happy, and I'm sure the communities are also happy with what they are seeing.
The minister also inspected other ongoing infrastructural projects in different parts of the territory, including road network designed to ease traffic congestion and enhance connectivity within the capital city. Reporting from Abuja, Godwin Sunday for Rapid TV News.
In another development, the Nigerian Railway Corporation (NRC) has confirmed that several passengers sustained injuries following a train incident along the Abuja-Kaduna Rail Corridor. The incident occurred near Asham Station when a rail locomotive made contact with a passenger coach due to a coupling fault. Managing Director of the corporation, Kayode Okpefa, said emergency response teams were immediately deployed to the scene. According to the NRC, injured passengers were promptly evacuated to nearby medical facilities and no fatalities were recorded. The train eventually continued its journey after the affected components were detached, arriving at Idu Station behind schedule. The Safety Investigation Bureau has since commenced a probe into the incident. This development comes amid growing concerns over recurring rail disruptions and authorities under pressure to improve infrastructure and ensure passenger safety across the network. Operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) have intercepted a large consignment of illegal drugs in Kano State ahead of the Salah celebrations. The seizure, which took place in the Badawa area, followed actionable intelligence on suspected drug trafficking activities. Officials recorded thousands of capsules of pregabalin, bottles of codeine syrup, and quantities of cannabis during the operation. The Kano Strategic Command, led by Commander D.Y. Lawal, described the seizure as a major breakthrough in its fight against illicit drug distribution. Although the prime suspect escaped, authorities say efforts are ongoing to apprehend him. The agency has reaffirmed its commitment to curbing drug abuse and trafficking, urging residents to continue providing credible information. It also warned that individuals involved in such activities will face the full weight of the law. Also, the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control (NAFDAC) has summoned announced the recall of the male enhancement supplement known as MR7 Super 700,000 capsule over safety concerns. The agency said the product contains undeclared pharmaceutical ingredients, including sildenafil and tadalafil, which are typically used in prescription medications. NAFDAC warned that the presence of these substances poses serious health risk, particularly for individuals with underlying conditions such as heart disease or high blood pressure. Consumers have been advised to stop using the product immediately and report any adverse effect. The agency emphasized its commitment to protecting public health through strict regulatory oversight and encouraged the public to remain vigilant when purchasing medical products. In Edo State, the government has ordered a full investigation into a viral bullying incident at Igbenedion Education Center with plans to prosecute the parents of the students involved. The directive was disclosed by the Commissioner for Information, Kasim Afebua, who described the incident as deeply disturbing. The government has already expelled the students implicated in the assault, while the police have been directed to ensure these responsible face justice. Authorities say the move is intended to serve as a deterrent and reinforce discipline within schools. The incident has sparked widespread concern, with calls for stronger supervision and enforcement of ethical standards in educational institutions to prevent future occurrence. Over 150 journalists in Abuja have been enrolled in the Federal Capital Territory Health Insurance Scheme in a move to improve access to quality health care for media professionals. The initiative led by the Nigerian Union of Journalists FCT Council is part of a broader effort to enhance the welfare of journalists and support their critical role in information, or rather in informing the public. Rapid TV News correspondent Josephine Bitrus reports.
Speaking at the event, the mandate secretary of the FCT Health Services and Environment Secretariat, Dr. Adedolapo Fashawe, emphasized the importance of universal health coverage and pledged continued support for journalists in the territory. She also announced an additional 50 health insurance slots, bringing the total number of journalists covered under the scheme to about 65% of NUJ members in the FCT.
Basic health care is not a luxury, it is a necessity. We shouldn't at this stage, being working class, informal or formal, basic health care should not be something that will give us headaches, talk of complicated health care. Because if we get the basic health care right, we will never have to worry about complicated health care.
She also highlighted the commitment of the FCT administration under the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, to reducing maternal and child mortality. The national president of the Nigeria Union of Journalists, Comrade Al-Hassan Yahaya, described the initiative as a critical intervention for media professionals.
Insurance is critical to our job. Through insurance, we will not achieve three objectives. One of the objectives is we can reduce maternal deaths and abort maternal deaths through health insurance. The second objective is we are going to reduce out-of-pocket expenses by 95%. The testimonies from that woman and other lady has demonstrated the importance of health insurance.
The chairman of the NUJ FCT Council, Comrade Grace Ike, described the initiative as a historic milestone and a fulfillment of her campaign promise to prioritize the welfare and well-being of journalists in the territory, and commended the chairman of the House of Representatives Committee on Information, Honorable Akin Rotimi Jr., for supporting the program and helping to initiate the health insurance scheme.
Our sincere gratitude also goes to the mandate secretary of the FCTA Health Services and Environment Secretariat, Dr. Adedolapo Fashawe. I expect you to come. Her generosity has provided free health insurance costs for members of the NUJ, the first in the history of the NUJ.
Beneficiaries at the event expressed appreciation to the NUJ FCT Council and the FCT Health Secretariat, describing the program as a timely intervention that will ease the burden of healthcare costs. The event, which took place during the NUJ FCT Congress, had more than 450 members in attendance, alongside key stakeholders, including the director of the FCT Health Insurance Scheme. In Abuja, Josephine Bitrus, Rapid TV News.
Residents of Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory are grappling with a fresh wave of economic pressure as house rents surge sharply across major districts. From Kubwa to Gwarimpa, Uye and Wuse, tenants say they are being forced to make difficult choices as landlords raise annual rents by as much as 50 to 100%. Again, our correspondent Linda Yuki takes a closer look at the development.
Soaring rental costs are fast becoming a major concern for residents of the Federal Capital Territory. Many tenants describe the situation as overwhelming, accusing some landlords, agents, and caretakers of exploiting the current economic hardship. With salaries largely unchanged and the cost of living rising, families say sudden rent increases of up to 100% are pushing them to the brink.
So I think the landlord or the agents, and whichever one, they should just take note and then do something about it, because it's actually not fair on people that does not have any source of income.
It is crazy. It is so annoying. We went round and round in the circle, we got nothing. Everything is high. Everything is high. Even in the outskirts, Lugbe, and you will see a 3-bedroom flat going for 6 million. In Gwarimpa is hell. Gwarimpa is just hell. It's hell. When you go there, you will see a 3-bedroom flat, 12 million, even 15 million, some 25. Some 25. There's no cheap house anyway.
Presently, my landlord, where I stay, is not a city, it's not a well-developed area. So the landlord where I stay with understand my situation why I came to Abuja. So he didn't give me a large sum of rent to pay. So it's very concentrated.
In response, several residents are calling for government intervention. They are advocating clear policies to regulate rent increases and set reasonable intervals for reviews, pointing to Lagos State Tenancy Framework as a possible model for reform.
This thing was happening in Lagos State one day. They had the governor of Lagos, they had to pass a law. You understand? Pass a law to limit the amount of rent you collect for some particular house. That's the only way to address this issue. If it concerns FCTA, they have to pass a law.
If the government can pass a law that this is a limit, also to break the wing of all those who they call themselves caretaker without any other job they are doing, or agent that to invest people money, that's
very high, very much.
How do you think government can come in to resolve it?
The government can come in. There must be an institution for that. There must be an institution for that. They can copy it. Well, they can copy it. They can copy it. There must be an authority institution.
However, landlords present a different perspective. Many argue that inflation, rising building material costs, and maintenance expenses have made rent adjustments unavoidable. For them, property ownership remains an investment, and periodic increases are seen as necessary for sustainability.
The advice that we have for landlords is that they should please just try to look for a way to reduce the prices of this house. They should also remember that they have families, children, and people in other places too, whereby they rent these houses too. They can do it. It does not mean that because my friend has increased his own house rent, I too I must also increase my own. Everything is not government. We should also look for a way we can make things easier for ourselves.
Most of the time, they don't just give house to tenants. Some of them prefer giving house to bankers and the likes. But in my own case, I don't too believe in it. Anybody that has the fear of God, you know that you should not hold your landlord. But somebody that saved a head for an average of 365 days, I think is worthy of paying his rent.
As economic pressure persists, Abuja's growing rent crisis underscores the wider cost of living challenges facing Nigerians, raising fresh questions about housing affordability and regulatory oversight. Abuja, Linda Ike, Rapid TV News.
You're still watching Rapid TV News. Still to come, we have business, foreign and sports stories after this break.
This is Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN. We connect people, power stories, and amplify voices. On Rapid TV, we're rooted in culture and your window to the stories that matter. From news to lifestyle, we inform, entertain, and uplift. Join Rapid TV on Star Times Channel 176, Nightcomsat. On Rapid FM, we speak your language from the soulful airwaves of Umuahia to the vibrant culture of Port Harcourt and beyond. More than broadcasters, we're creators, amplifying that voice within with powerful content across TV, radio, and digital. Join us at rbnradiotv.com and all our social media handles. One network, one voice. Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN, the sound of your city. Rooted in truth, driven by impact.
My name is Faith Dafford Joseph. My name is Martha Alu.
My name is Victor Arki.
My name is Divine Alex.
My name is Esther Omen.
My name is Arthur James Brooks.
My name is Godwin Sunday.
I am Ijoma Victor.
My name is Cynthia Agbo.
Josephine Bichu.
I bet you already know that this is
Rapid Television.
Thanks for staying tuned to Rapid TV News. Moving on now to business. Nigeria has been ranked first globally in ownership of the two largest stable coins, Tether, USDT, and USD coin. USDC signaling the country's increasing reliance on dollar-dominated digital assets. Stable coins like USDT and USDC are pegged to the United States dollar, allowing users to restore value digitally without exposure to the high volatility seen in other cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin. According to the 2026 Stablecoin Utility Report by BVNK, 59% of Nigerian crypto users hold USDT, while 48% own USDC, the highest combined rates worldwide. These ranking places Nigeria ahead of the major economic, including Australia and India, highlighting a strong adoption of dollar-pegged digital currency among Nigerians for saving the international payments. Furthermore, the report shows that stablecoin usage is largely driven by emerging markets, with countries like Argentina, the Philippines, and Nigeria leading adoption rates. In comparison, advanced economies like the United States and Germany show lower ownership levels. The study also points out that while USDT remains more widely held globally, USDC's focus on regulatory compliance and transparency makes it a preferred choice in some regions. Overall, this trend underscores how digital dollars assets are increasingly serving as a hedge against currency instability and economic uncertainty. Up next, we have more business reports coming your way.
We bring you the latest developments from Nigeria's economy, inflation trends, and the global oil markets. First, let's look at the recent revenue allocation from the Federation account. The Federation Account Allocation Committee, FAC, has disbursed a total of 1.894 trillion naira from the February 2026 revenues to the federal, state, and local governments, according to a statement issued by the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation. 1.274 trillion naira was statutory revenue, while 619.119 billion naira came from value-added tax. The total gross revenue for February stood at 2.230 trillion naira, with deductions made for collection costs and transfers. The federal government received 675.088 billion naira. State government received 651.525 billion naira, and local councils 456.467 billion naira. Additionally, 110.949 billion naira was allocated to oil-producing states as derivation revenue. Oil and gas royalties and excise duties recorded gains during the period, while petroleum profit tax, hydrocarbon tax, companies' income tax, capital gains tax, stamp duties, and VAT saw declines. Import duties and the common external tariff also posted marginal increases. Analysts note that these allocations reflect the ongoing challenges in revenue mobilization, with low oil prices and VAT collections putting pressure on monthly distributions. The FAC meeting underscores the federal structure's reliance on shared resources to fund government operations across all tiers. From government revenue to consumer prices, the National Bureau of Statistics has released Nigeria's inflation figures for February 2026. The Nigeria's headline inflation is likely to 15.06% in February 2026, down from 15.10% in January, according to the National Bureau of Statistics, while the monthly decline appears modest. Food inflation rose sharply to 12.12% from 8.89% the previous month. On a month-on-month basis, prices increased by 2.01%, marking a reversal from January's 2.88% decline. The report highlights that despite an overall easing in headline inflation, the cost of essential goods remains a major concern for households. The financial derivatives company had earlier projected a drop to 14.07%, indicating that inflation remains slightly above expectations. Analysts suggest that rising food prices are driving the modest increase in overall costs. Consumers are urged to monitor price trends, particularly for staple items, as government and monetary authorities continue efforts to stabilize the economy and maintain purchasing power. Meanwhile, global energy markets remain under pressure as oil prices climb amid geopolitical tensions in the Middle East. Oil prices continued their upward trend on Monday, with Brent crude hitting $105.15 per barrel as the U.S.-Israeli conflict with Iran entered its third week. Supply concerns have intensified due to tensions around the Strait of Hormuz, a critical route for global oil shipments, and potential threats to Iran's Carg Island oil export hub. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude also rose $200.32 per barrel. Both benchmarks have surged over 40% this month, reaching levels not seen since 2022 as fears of prolonged disruptions persists. The price surge has implications for Nigeria, where fuel costs are already rising. Industry stakeholders, including the Petroleum Products Retail Outlets Owners Association, are urging the federal government to channel windfalls from high global oil prices into domestic gas infrastructure development. The Nigerian Labour Congress has also called for intervention to mitigate the impact of higher petrol prices, which currently range between 1,230 naira and 1,300 naira per litre nationwide. That wraps up today's business news update, from facts, revenue disbursement to the latest inflation figures and the rising oil prices. These developments continue to shape Nigeria's economic landscape. I am Divine Alex. Good evening. Now the Rapid TV News Hour continues. Please stay with us.
Now to international news. Drone attacks launched from Iran struck the Fujairah oil industry zone, the United Arab Emirates' largest port and oil storage facility, sparking a fire but causing no casualties. Specialized teams were quickly dispatched to contain the situation, according to the Fujairah Media Office. Located on the Gulf of Oman, Fujairah is a key hub that allows vessels to bypass the Strait of Hormuz, which has been under Iranian influence. Disruptions at the port could significantly impact global crude supply, especially as the UAE operates pipelines capable of transporting up to 1.5 million barrels of crude per day, bypassing the traditional shipping routes. Hours after the port attack, Dubai International Airport was also affected by a drone-related fire, causing temporary suspension of flight. Officials say Iran has launched over 1,900 missiles and drones at UAE targets since the Middle East conflict began last month between Iran and the United States and Israel. While Tehran maintains it does not intend to strike neighboring countries, the attacks on Gulf transport and oil infrastructure reflects growing regional instability. Analysts warn that continued targeting of strategic energy sites could escalate oil price volatility worldwide and further strain global supply chains already under pressure from ongoing military confrontations. Meanwhile, European governments are signaling a clear reluctance to intervene militarily in the escalating Middle East crisis as Iran indicates readiness for a prolonged confrontation with Israel and the United States. Germany has confirmed it will not participate in operations to secure the Strait of Hormuz, emphasizing that the conflict is separate from NATO. Greece has also ruled out involvement in strategic maritime routes. The strait remains a critical global shipping lane through which a significant portion of the world's oil supply passes, heightening concerns about energy security. Britain has also rejected military involvement, focusing instead on protecting its citizens and national interests. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi, on the other hand, has warned that Tehran is prepared to continue the conflict as necessary, stating that the Strait of Hormuz is effectively closed to its enemies. These statements underline widening diplomatic divides in the region and raise fears of prolonged disruption to international energy flows, with global market closely watching development as tensions continue to escalate. In the United Kingdom, a former nursery worker, Nathan Bennett, has been sentenced to 30 years in prison after being found guilty of sexually abusing multiple young boys under his care. The crimes described by prosecutors as involving a significant degree of planning occurred at the Porto King Street Nursery in Bristol. Bennett, aged 30 and from Carston near Bath, had previously admitted to 13 additional offences against 4 of the victims. The court heard that the abuse was calculated and predatory, exploiting the trust placed in him by parents and the institution. Judge Williams Hart, while delivering the sentence, described Bennett as an incorrigible and dangerous pedophile and emphasized the lasting trauma inflicted on the children. In addition to the prison term, Bennett has been placed on a sex offenders register for life and subjected to an indefinite sexual harm prevention order. Investigators stress the emotional toll on the victims' families, many of whom reported feelings of guilt despite not being responsible for the crimes. Authorities hope the lengthy sentence will provide a sense of justice and allow the families to begin the healing process. Up next is more entertainment gist.
From music milestone to celebrity conversations and Hollywood's biggest night, here's what's making waves in the world of entertainment. To begin with, Nigerian music continues its impressive global rise, with artists generating over 60 billion naira from Spotify in 2025 alone. According to the streaming platform's latest report, this marks a growth of more than 140% in revenue over the past 2 years, highlighting the increase in global demand for Afrobeats and Nigerian sounds. Meanwhile, the report shows that independent artists and labels accounted for about 58% of total royalties, underscoring a shift towards self-driven success in the industry. Nigerian artists also recorded over 30 billion streams and 1.6 billion listening hours, while female artists saw a 55% rise in local streams. Globally, Nigerian music featured in millions of playlists, further cementing its growing international influence. In another development, reality TV star Natasha Akide, popularly known as Tacha, is sparking debate online after stating that being a good person does not necessarily guarantee success. Speaking in a recent interview, she noted that while kindness is important, real-world success often depends on resilience, strategy, and persistence. However, her comments has generated mixed reactions, with some agreeing that life requires more than good intentions, while others insist that integrity remains key to long-term success. Tacha also encouraged young people to stay focused and not be discouraged when their efforts are not immediately rewarded, reinforcing her message on determination and personal growth. And on the global stage, one battle after another, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, dominated the 98 Academy Awards, taking home major honors including Best Picture and Best Director. The film also secured the award for Best Adapted Screenplay and Best Film Editing, making it one of the biggest winners of the night. Meanwhile, Sinners, which led with the highest number of nominations, earned key wins including Best Actor for Michael B. Jordan and Best Original Screenplay. Elsewhere, Jessie Buckley won Best Actress for Hamnet, while other categories saw notable victories across film, animation, and technical awards, rounding off a star-studded night in Hollywood. That's a wrap on entertainment.
In sports, FIFA has sanctioned Nigeria and DR Congo over incidents during the 2026 World Cup qualifying match. Nigeria was fined after fans were found to have thrown objects onto the pitch, violating safety and security regulations during the game. DR Congo received a heavier penalty after its supporters were reported to have used laser devices as an act that also breaches FIFA's disciplinary code. The global football body says such measures are necessary to maintain order and safety in international matches. FIFA added that the decision were based on specific match report and could still be subject to repeal. The sanctions have once again drawn attention to the need for improved crowd control and adherence to regulations during major football fixtures. Meanwhile, the 37th edition of the Africa Cup of Nations AFCON 2025 held in Morocco has broken viewership records worldwide. Preliminary data from independent research agencies reviewed a 61% increase in global audience members, confirming the tournament's status as one of the fastest growing sporting events internationally. The surge is attributed to extensive international media coverage, a broad broadcast network, and partnership with sports marketing agencies IMG, which resulted in a 50% increase in broadcast partners compared to the 2023 edition. Countries like the United Kingdom and France were key contributors to the rise. Beyond Europe, the tournament's audience extended to Asia and the Americas, with Japan, China, Mexico, Brazil, and India all reporting significant viewer numbers. Brand partners also benefited from increased media exposure, with a 65% boost in coverage across Europe and South America. The data highlights how AFCON is rapidly growing in global popularity, expanding beyond traditional African markets and becoming a premier international sporting event that engages fans worldwide. Finally, Chelsea Football Club have been fined €10.75 million by the Premier League and handed a suspended one-window transfer ban over historical breaches of league regulations during the ownership of Roman Abramovich. The disciplinary action follows a voluntary self-reporting by the club and a detailed investigation into financial reporting, third-party investments, and youth development irregularities. Chelsea was subsequently charged by the Football Association last September, and an independent commission confirmed the breaches. Meanwhile, the club has been under new ownership since 2022, when Boli's Blue Co consortium took over from Abramovich. The Premier League stated that the sanctions, including the suspended transfer ban, will remain in effect for 2 years, provided no further violations occur. Chelsea now faces the challenge of maintaining compliance with league rules while operating under heightened scrutiny, as the club seeks to review both its financial governance and competitive performance under new management. And that wraps it up on Rapid TV News. To end the news, here is a recap. Tinubu swears in Oyedele as Minister of State for Finance. Several passengers injured in fresh Abuja-Kaduna train accident. Nigeria ranks top in global stablecoin ownership. Iranian drone strike hits UAE airport area. Plus, in sport, we informed you that AFCON 2025 breaks record with 61% global viewership surge. And that's the start of the package tonight on Rapid TV News. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to join us for more program on Rapid TV. I am Nathan Williams. Have a pleasant evening.
This is Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN. We connect people, power stories, and amplify voices. On Rapid TV, we're rooted in culture and your window to the stories that matter. From news to lifestyle, we inform, entertain, and uplift. Join Rapid TV on StarTimes Channel 176, Nigecomsat. On Rapid FM, we speak your language from the soulful airwaves of Umuahia to the vibrant culture of Port Harcourt and beyond. More than broadcasters, we're creators, amplifying that voice within with powerful content across TV, radio, and digital. Join us at rbnradiotv.com and all our social media handles. One network, one voice. Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN, the sound of your city. Rooted in truth, driven by impact.
My name is Faith Daffa Joseph. Name is Martha Alu.
My name is Victor Arke.
My name is Divine Alex.
My name is Esther Omen.
My name is Arthur James Brooks.
My name is Godwin Sunday.
I am